Alors, on va reprendre hein, tranquillement. Une nouvelle affaire. Donc je me rappelle plus trop. Si, on avait fait une affaire qui était, je crois, un peu bonus, qui me rappelle pas une affaire originale. En tout cas du jeu original. Donc sûrement une affaire du DLC précédemment. Qui tournait autour de la voiture d'un consul et de vol de pièces détachées. Donc là, il n'y a pas vraiment de crime. Donc, ce qui
Detectives,
permet de
over
mettre
here.
en avant le fait que au niveau de la division de la
Cole
circulation,
Phelps,
là, il n'y a pas
traffic.
forcément que des
What have we
meurtres.
got?
Donc voilà.
Because a white
Là, il y en
male
a.
named
Enfin,
Lester Patterson walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here, dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Her name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Is that so? We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
bon, j'essaie de laisser un peu les dialogues, etc. Donc là, petite musique classique pour nous mettre en avant le fait qu'on est sur un lieu d'enquête. Là, il n'y a rien. On va encore faire le tour de tous les pseudo-indices.
I landed on his face and ended up here. Car must have struck him from behind.
Ok, rien au niveau du visage. On fouille les poches, parfait. Quelques petites indications sur l'indication. Donc c'est bien Lester Pattison. On a l'adresse, homme blanc, 36 ans, 1m72, yeux marrons, cheveux bruns, marié.
We can notify next of kin.
Ok. Des billets ensanglantés. Très bien. Donc voilà pour le côté gauche. Le côté droit, que va-t-on y trouver? Ah, une petite lettre. Donc Monsieur Pattinson, c'est avec un grand plaisir que nous accusons réception l'augmentation de sa prime augmentaire d'assurance vie, etc. Ok. Donc ce contrat garantit maintenant 16 000 $ d'assurance vie. Ok, très bien. Donc,
Patterson
le gars,
has life
il a
insurance.
eu une assurance vie. Donc il y a quelqu'un qui va toucher un petit jackpot. Très bien. Donc regardons de ce côté-là. Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose à regarder? Non. Peut-être de l'autre côté. Pas un problème d'alliance. Non. Ça ne semble rien avoir. Ok. Non, on a fait ça. Ok, on peut le remettre. C'est bon, on a fait le tour pour le corps.
What have you got on the victim?
Le médecin
From all
légiste.
reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Ok, donc on cherche une voiture avec un gros bouchon de radiateur. Très bien. Donc là, on a une belle traînée.
Body traveled a good 20 feet.
Est-ce que quelqu'un va nous dire quelque chose? Non. On dit quand même là. Donc là, c'était. On continue à faire notre petit tour.
This blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
La voiture devait rouler très vite. Effectivement, pour l'instant, on est sur les mêmes observations. Où est la trace de freinage?
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Alors, donc on est d'accord. A, B, C, D.
Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
Effectivement, il a bien fait de me faire la remarque.
She's all yours, detective.
Ouais, bah. J'avais pas encore tous les indices, donc ça me titille un peu. Attends, on va quand même le reprendre celui-là, peut-être qu'il y avait quelque chose dedans. Hein. Ça me titille un peu tout ça. Où est-ce qu'il peut y avoir d'autres
Find
choses que
anything
j'aurais pas vues? Où est-ce qu'il est mon coéquipier là? C'est bon, j'ai compris, il faut pas que je... Bon bah écoute, ça me saoule un peu. Putain, j'étais là. Oula!
A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
Ok, très bien. Et le dernier indice.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
Ok, d'accord. Très bien. Petite cinématique.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Ok. Donc là, on commence à voir se dessiner certaines choses. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Est-ce qu'on parle? Je pense qu'on va parler au barman d'abord et à la fille après. Allez, hop. Allons parler au barman. Hop là.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Il y a tout le cast de Mad Men là, j'ai l'impression.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
Donc, accident avec délit de fuite.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
intimidé là.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Ok. Lien avec la...
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
Ok. Hop, hop, hop. Et on va aller parler à la femme là.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski.
Donc, allez, balance ton témoignage.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Pour l'instant, ça m'a l'air vrai.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
Elle
What
a
kind of
décrit
car
le
was it?
véhicule.
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Elle est balèze, mais allez.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Ok, maintenant sur la dispute.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things are pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
On est bon là pour l'instant, on est bon.
Certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
What was it
Ah,
about?
merde.
Who knows? The slightest thing could set those two off.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They
bah oui,
weren't
c'était
giving
marié
too much
femme.
away. They
C'était
liked
con.
watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
J'ai été con.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks for your help.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Ok.
We'll check in with you.
Okay. I'll get him onto a slab. Should have the report soon.
Thanks.
Très bien. Bon, alors où est-ce qu'on va aller là d'abord? Qui va conduire, mon grand, tu le sais pas, mais tu vas conduire.
You know the way. You can drive.
Where are we going?
Où est-ce qu'on va aller? Pattinson, Shelton. Allez, Pattinson. Je sais plus qui est qui, mais allez, vas-y. On va bien voir. En route pour une autre série d'interrogatoires, je pense. Allez. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un? Ah, chez la
Yes?
femme.
Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Alors, l'accident avec délit de fuite.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Ah, on va quand même regarder le carnet. Bon, on va l'intimider, mais j'aimerais bien sortir le coup du couteau.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Nature de la dispute.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
Okay.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Ok, on va aller voir de l'autre côté du coup. On voit bien qu'il nous monte ouvertement.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
À l'endroit, enfin l'adresse du pseudo-conducteur de la voiture.
It's a lucky break getting a partial ID. These cases are usually dead in the water after 24 hours if no one comes forward.
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Ure. Never back your enemy into a corner. That kind of stuff.
Right. Well, in a hit and run, the purpose...
Ils étaient tellement proches les uns des autres qu'on a un peu eu peur la fin de la cinématique, quoi. Ce qui est dommage. Domicile de Shelton. Ah. Quelqu'un s'en va? Oh tiens.
That's the son of a bitch right there. William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Ah, je fais la poursuite.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Oula. J'avais oublié la conduite. C'est bon, j'arrive les gars, j'arrive.
No wonder he killed someone, driving like this. Don't let that asshole get away.
C'est bon, j'y vais. Putain, les phases de conduite dans le jeu sont dégueulasses. J'ai dû écraser 14 personnes là. Mais dégagez, vous entendez pas la sirène les gars quoi? Oh putain. Mais bougez!
He's heading into the station. Go on, get after him.
Hold it right there, Shelton! How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Il vient de dire qu'il y avait un homme et une femme. Bon.
You think Mal is done with the autopsy? Better call it in and check, Phelps. Between the driver and the widow, I say we start dealing with the facts.
Oui, je vais téléphoner. Enfin. Voilà.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thank you.
Bon, bah du coup on y va.
You're behind the wheel.
À la morgue.
So where you want to go?
Allez, go. Ah oui, bon alors on va voir le paquet de gars que j'ai écrasé sur la route aussi à la morgue, je pense. Hein. Allez, on est parti pour la morgue.
That's the guy from the paper. We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife, length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Allez hop.
Hey, what are you doing?
On se douter depuis le départ. Allez hop, 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 hop. On y va. Bon, j'espère qu'ils vont pas nous faire un petit délit de fuite là.
Can you drive to this one?
All right. Where to?
En même temps, je sais pas si c'est une bonne idée de le faire conduire à chaque fois parce que du coup j'oublie comment on conduit et ça donne des catastrophes après. Mais bon, j'aime bien parce qu'on a le droit à la petite musique. Je sais plus si on avait des radios dans ce jeu-là. Ça aurait été bien parce que... Une musique d'ambiance devait être sympa. Bon, alors... Les mecs qui nous ont pris pour des couillons là, hein, ils sont plus là.
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you
Leroy,
had all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I have nothing to do
you
with it.
You think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's
Lorna?
a crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
Allez,
It's too
hop.
late, Sabo.
Doucement, mec.
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Doucement, je t'ai dit. Ne t'énerve pas avec ce gun, tu sais pas t'en servir.
Last chance to surrender, Sabo.
Allez, doucement.
You stay back! I'll ice this one, I don't care.
Put the weapon down now.
Say goodnight, then.
Ah merde, putain. Quoi? Vas-y, je vais le refaire. J'étais sûr de moi, putain. Ah non, on va pas se retaper tout le truc.
You've spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning,
How to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up.
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake.
It's too late, Sabo.
C'est bon, j'arrive. Calme-toi, toi.
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Allez, enjambe-moi ça. Hop, sur la droite. Est-ce que je peux lui mettre une balle dans la tête?
You come any closer and I will pull the trigger. How long do you think you can hold out?
Help me.
Hop là. Voilà qui était fait.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
Bon. Je pense que l'affaire est réglée là.
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Alors, véhicule endommagé, blessure, dégâts matériels, ça a été quoi? Une autre visite chez Ray, et vous auriez vu ce que Leroy serait prêt à faire pour ne pas finir. Alors, il fallait que je repasse chez le barman? Bon, écoute.
Phelps, Bukowski. Beat cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd Street. Get over there and see what you can find out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
Allez. On y va.
I swear the more bent cars we bring in, the longer the hot sheet gets.
It pays the rent, though. Keeps Mrs. Phelps in the manner to which she's accustomed.
I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
Passionate, romantic type like you, Cole? I don't believe it.
Bon, tu vas y aller, mec, hein?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
They're calling her the dollar. Wonder what Veronica Lake makes of that one.
What a case. You hear whether they're making any progress?
Well, Captain Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
Poor thing. Terrible enough being murdered like that without having their death strewn all over the front pages.
That's the car, Cole. Just pulling out of the drive. Get him.
Déjà là?
Remember, we need him healthy enough to answer questions.
Oh putain, encore une scène de...
1247, Detective Phelps, requesting immediate backup. in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Frazer from 6 West 2nd Street.
Allez, on s'écarte les gars, j'ai dit. Pour l'instant, premier virage pris convenablement. Ça va un peu de dégâts matériels, mais c'est tout.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Qu'est-ce que je viens de faire, connard?
Maybe I was a couple miles over the speed limit.
Get bracelets on him, Phelps. I'll call it in.
Show me your hands.
Bon, cette fois-ci, ça s'est mieux passé la conduite. Hein?
I saw a big car in my rearview mirror with 2 tough guys bearing down on me. What would you do?
What's your name?
Cliff Harrison.
You're under arrest.
For what? What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Looks like we'll have some questions for the people at Coombs Automotive.
Bon. Eh ben, je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là-dessus. Hein, c'est pas mal. À la base... Putain, il y a le script comme ça. Pas mal. Ouais, donc à la base, je voulais faire une affaire par une affaire, donc c'est pas mal. Allez. Ciao tout le monde. Ça m'a l'air pas mal ce qu'on a fait déjà jusqu'à présent. Et puis ce sera cool de continuer.